Let's talk some about treating depression. And I know that the two chapters that we've had today are just jam-packed full of information. All of that stuff on bipolar 1, 2, 2.5, 2 3/4, 3 might want to make your head spin and your eyes cross. It's a lot of information. And then all of that information on receptors and noradrenergic and alpha 1 and alpha 2 and 5-HT, 1A, 2A, 2C. I want you please to remember that this is still a very basic, broad stroke, putting down some major outlines of things. So please do not feel that you have to memorize every last item in these two humongous chapters. It is important to understand the difference between bipolar features and depression features. However, you are not yet being expected to diagnose. That will be coming in your just before you begin your clinical year of practice, or probably this summer. However, you do need to have some sense of how to parse out, how to pull out what are the different symptoms that a person is experiencing. And therefore, it's important to both get a personal history, a family history, and some collateral input if at all possible, especially working with children's teens and seniors. Now, as we talk about medications, I know that there's always this, I've got to get the right medication, I've got to get the right medication. And as you may have gathered from the chapter, and as we'll come back to at the end of this PowerPoint presentation, that isn't as absolutely essential as we may think. What is more important is that we treat the symptoms, because as the chapter explains so well, there is a theory, there is a possibility that mental illness can be a progressive disease because of the effect on the neurobiology of the brain, and that it can damage neurons and it can atrophy parts of the brain such as the hippocampus. So try and get the major points that we're going to be stressing in this PowerPoint presentation. Keep remembering that you're laying down some broad strokes. You're going to be coming back to this material over and over and over again in the course of your professional career. This is just a start. Let's go to the next slide.